Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to the Sacred Man Experience podcast. My name is Imran Muhammad, aka the Pattern Interrupter. Today, I want to talk about a conversation, not just any conversation. The conversation you already know you need to have, the one you've been avoiding, the one that keeps appearing in your mind, the one that creates discomfort every time you think about it. Perhaps it's with your spouse, a parent, a friend, a colleague, or perhaps the conversation is with yourself. Most people avoid difficult conversations for one simple reason: fear. Fear for what? Fear of conflict, fear of rejection, fear of disappointing someone, fear of hearing something they don't want to hear. The problem is that avoiding creates an illusion of safety. The issue remains, the tension remains, the distance remains, and often it grows. I've seen relationships restored because of one very honest conversation. When I get couples or other relationship, parents and children, siblings, business partners, business owners who have fallen out for whatever reason, and many times it takes that one very powerful and crucial and honest conversation to get that relationship back on track. And many times we're not ready to have that conversation for whatever reason. You've been hurt, you feel ashamed, you feel that someone may say, "What? You can't even have this conversation? You've been hiding this for so long. This is why you have distanced yourself from me." And many times, especially those individuals that I work with who are incarcerated, I have to encourage them to pick up the phone and speak to those people that have loved them all their lives. But they have never reciprocated that. They have never shown that themselves. To have that very honest conversation. I have also seen relationships destroyed because of years of avoidance. And like I said, it could have been something so minor that now it seems like it's a mountain when it was only a small, tiny issue of no significance at all. Psychologically, my beloveds, avoiding reduces anxiety in the short term. There's no doubt about that. But increases suffering in the long term. Every time we avoid a difficult conversation, we teach ourselves that discomfort is dangerous. And our world becomes smaller. Courage expands life, avoidance shrinks it. The faith Islam places enormous importance on truthfulness, not only in speech, but in relationships, not only in public, but in private. The sacred example, the Holy Prophet, peace and blessing be upon him, was known for honesty even when honesty was difficult. Truth creates clarity, and clarity creates freedom. One of the great teachings of the spiritual tradition is that any of the burdens we carry are not caused by reality. They are caused by resistance to reality. We suffer twice. Once from the problem, keep that in mind, and once from avoiding the problem. Now, the sacred man fully understands that courage is often found in a conversation, a phone call, an apology, a confession, a boundary, a difficult truth spoken with wisdom and compassion. My beloveds, having these conversations are significant and important. I have worked in areas where people have some of the most difficult experiences. They have extreme experiences in their lives because of hate, because of being demonized, because of racism, because of Islamophobia, or other types of anti-Semitism, whatever type of hate that exists in the world. And many times, the person who is exuding, the person who is implementing, the person who is being the person who is partaking in that discrimination, all it takes is a conversation. Is to understand the other person fully and completely. And that's how change happens. Conversation, one conversation at a time. Now, let me give you something which I believe, on the basis of being the Sacred Man Experience podcast, my intention is continuously to give you practical tools that you can implement in your lives, and hopefully and pray that there is clear change that occurs in your lives. Identify the conversation. What is that conversation that you are not having? You know it's there, but you've been avoiding it. You already know which one it is. You already know this. All you have to do, if it's with your father, if it's with your mother, if it's with your brothers and sisters, if it's with your partner, if it's with your children, or is it with yourself? Identify it. Come on. Number 2, second tool, ask yourself what you're afraid of. What is it that you're afraid of? Why is it you don't want this conversation? Why are you avoiding it? What's stopping you? Why are you stopping yourself from that limited place to move out of that space and become the better version of yourself? Why are you doing this? And thirdly, the third tool which I want to give to you is prepare with sincerity rather than strategy. Speak honestly. Listen carefully. Remain respectful. And then trust Allah with the outcome. Because look at this. Many of us feel anxious. I'm going to go into a conversation. Something happened many years ago. Wrong has happened. Something has been taken away from you. Your dignity, your honor, your status, your position, whatever it was. And you want to open up that conversation and you want to create change. But it has to be done sincerely. It has to be done from a place of great honesty. And let me be clear, it's not only about you saying your bit, but it's also listening to the other side carefully. And most significantly, remain respectful. And guess what? And then leave it to the sacred essence himself, who is Allah, with the outcome. Question of this podcast: what might change in your life, if you had the conversation you've been avoiding? Now think about that. What might change in your life if you had the conversation which you have been avoiding? Think about that. Your world will change. Your circumstances will change. You will start to find that light and become the flourish, to flourish in your life, to become the better version of your life, and to become the person that you love and you care for yourself. I love you, my beloveds. Thank you for listening. Until next time, stay aware, always stay honest, and continue becoming the man and woman you were created to be. My beloveds, find your sacred.